6 months into 2020. 2020 has been a rough year for all of us. 6 months into the new decade and we've seen it all. From volcanic eruptions, wildfires destroying cities, out-of-season floods, misfired lethal missiles, people being lynched, economic slump, political drama, severe cyclonic storms, all the way to the novel coronavirus. Now coming to our country, India, a series of unfortunate events have continued to unfold one after the other. January 27th. In the first month of the year, an agreement was signed between the Government of India, the Government of Assam and the Bodo groups. This was done to redraw and rename the Bodoland Territorial Area District (BTAD) in Assam. This political bonanza put an end to a 4-decade-old problem of insurgency, which put forth new challenges ahead for the government. Inclusion of villages adjoining the BTAD with a majority of tribal population and protecting rights of Bodos living outside the BTAD by their inclusion in the list of scheduled tribes of Assam at the earliest were among the challenges that lay ahead. January 30th. The COVID-19 pandemic was confirmed to have spread to India, with the first case of novel coronavirus being detected in Kerala. Government authorities had, however, already began taking precautionary measures by then to ensure that the virus does not spread further. February 24 to 25. The celebrated visit of the US President Donald Trump to India. The nation's Namaste Trump saw a series of meetings despite visible tension between the countries. India was lauded for its rise as a prosperous nation and its outstanding achievements despite being a peaceful, tolerant and free country. Finally, some good news for India when the US President emphasized on his administration's efforts to crack down on the terrorist organizations and militants operating from the Pakistan border. The visit ended with assertiveness despite disagreement between New Delhi and Washington over a myriad of issues. March 22nd. With the number of coronavirus cases across the world on a rise and with thousands of lives lost to the dreaded virus, India observed the Janata Curfew. On 22nd March, a 14-hour lockdown was announced by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a litmus test with possibility of a future lockdown. Following this, on 23rd March, a 21-day-long lockdown was announced to curb the spread of the virus nationwide. This lockdown, however, continued beyond April 14th. 14th of April. This was the day the 21-day lockdown was supposed to end, but in view of public safety and a continuous rise in COVID-19 positive cases, the lockdown was further extended till the 3rd of May. The lockdown 2.0 was followed by another extension of 2 more weeks till 17th of May. The country was divided into colored zones based on seriousness and number of COVID-19 cases. Post this third phase, a lockdown 4.0 from 18th of May gave people some respite with relaxations which continued throughout the month. May 6. Most wanted terrorist Riaz Naiku was killed in an encounter along with his 2 associates by a joint team of security forces in Kashmir's Pulwama district. Naiku had taken over as chief of the guerrilla group Hizbul Mujahideen after its Kashmir outfit's commander Burhan Wani was killed in 2016. May 7. This month saw a major disaster in Andhra Pradesh's Vizag, where people lost their lives due to a gas leak at the LG Polymers chemical plant. Many were found unconscious on the streets, while some faced problems in breathing, had burning sensation in their eyes and complained of rashes on their bodies. The total number of people who had fallen sick due to the reported gas leak was estimated to be well over 1,000. May 20. The super cyclonic storm Amphan caused massive destruction as it made landfall on the east coast of India. The storm uprooted trees, destroyed homes, disrupted the network as over 4 lakh people were forced to evacuate for their own safety. Causing over $13 billion worth of damage, Amphan was the costliest cyclone ever recorded to the north of the Indian Ocean. The first tropical cyclone of the year caused significant destruction in India as well as Bangladesh. In the last week of May, India saw the worst locust attack in 26 years. Swarms of locusts attacked agricultural fields of Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. A warning was issued to all states and locust attacks damaged hundreds and thousands of hectares of croplands. Plagued by an economic slowdown and the COVID-19 lockdown, India was already on the edge and a locust attack was the last thing that was expected to throw the government's plans off balance. On May 27, a huge explosion was reported at Tinsukia's Bagjan oil field. Since then, natural gas has been uncontrollably flowing out the Bagjan well in Assam. And even more than 10 days later, after the blowout at the spot, authorities have said that they are unable to control it. Meanwhile, people from surrounding villages have already been evacuated, while a variety of fish and even the endangered Gangetic dolphin have died due to the major disaster. Following this incident, another explosion occurred at the Bagjan oil field in Tinsukia on June 9. Natural gas had been leaking from the site since May 27, when the first blowout took place. A team of experts arrived in Assam from Singapore on 7 June to bring the situation under control, and 2 deaths have been reported from the blast site so far. June. Midway into the year, the nation entered its 5th phase of the nationwide lockdown, termed as the Unlock 1.0. Restaurants, malls, salons, places of worship, the government announced relaxations everywhere to help people go back to their normal lives. Air travel opened up for domestic passengers, with people finally heading home after being stranded outside for a prolonged period. These past few months, we woke up to the taste of homemade food, learned the importance of family, learned to prioritize health, and also learned the importance of all things local. With cities limping back to normalcy and people beginning to get adjusted to this new way of life, the past 6 months have been a period of learning for each one of us, and it's time for us to reflect upon everything that we've experienced, all decisions taken as a human society, to take home lessons learned in 2020.